Alright guys, we're back. Today we are going to make cabbage casserole. These are the things that you will need. Some onions, garlic, some of these little sausages or whatever kind of Polish sausage, smoked sausage you would like, some oil, some cheese of some sort. You don't have to use mozzarella, you can use cheddar, whatever you want. Cabbage, a place to cut your items up, a casserole pan of some sort, and some frying pans to fry everything up in. We will see you once I am done chopping everything up. Alright guys, so once you have all your ingredients cut up, you can see I have my onions cut up. Now I already cut these up. These are my sausages. Cut them up. I like these little half moon shapes. We fried them already. Here is our cabbage. Now as you can see, it's just like a little 1-inch square kind of chunk here. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it, but you might want some tomatoes and some crushed tomatoes. You will need the crushed tomatoes. We like a little bit of extra tomato in ours. That's just personal. Go ahead and start frying up your cabbage here. As you can see, this set here is just about done. Now, you're just going to have it on your skillet. I like mine to turn up about 3/4 of the way. And the more you mess with it, the more it'll break down. So, however broken down you want your cabbage is all up to you. Now, in order to fry your cabbage, you're going to take cooking oil, any kind of cooking oil you want, doesn't matter. Put you some in there. The recipe just says a good measure. So, whatever you feel a good measure is. You're going to take your lovely cabbage here, toss it in your pan. Remember that cabbage cooks down, so it's okay if it looks like you've got quite a bit. There we go. That's the rest of our cabbage. At this point, you're going to throw your onions in. Whatever you got left, this is my last batch, so just toss it all in. And some garlic. There you go. You're going to take your wooden spoon of some sort. Just kind of mix it down in there. You can pause anytime. Alright guys, now this is your halfway point. If you see, some is still really green and then some has been brown. Some is a little like your onions are getting brown and translucent. Doesn't that look delicious? I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. This is so delicious. Okay, this is about halfway. So, you're just going to let it go. It's been about 6 or 7 minutes, so you got a few more. Alright, I have turned my heat down a little bit. There we go. And you're just going to let it go. Okay? We'll see you in about 5 more minutes, guys. Okay. Now, you're going to come over here with your crushed tomatoes, okay? And you're going to put some of those in the bottom of your pan. There you go. I'm gonna use one of these. Ha. So just kind of spread that around there. You want to just make sure that your pan is not going to be sticking too much. Da-da-da, like that. Now, because I'm already here and making them, I make extras. Now, I go to my local Dollar Tree, pick up these little casserole pans. They come 2 for $8. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a couple extras for my family and toss them in the freezer. So I'll give you instructions as we go along for that. So, you take this. Now, you can season here if you would like. I am going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of this multi-spice that we have. It's a little spice mix we pick up at Costco's. We like it. There we go. It is salt-free, so it helps. There we go. Now, here's your chance. Throw you in a few sausages. Bloop. Okay. And then you're going to put this. Now, you fried your cabbage up with your onions. See, it's going over there. Delicious. So, you're going to put this all in together. and start layering all this kind of effectiveness together. So here we go. Alright, you have this done. Now you're going to add your cabbage and onion mix here. I'm going to get you quite a bit in there. Careful, it's still hot. Kind of toss you some in there. Flatten it out. Here's where you add your diced tomatoes. I use no salt. It's up to you. You can get flavored tomatoes if you would like. We use the no salt ones. Now, at any point, you can omit these tomatoes. You can use, what was that? Okay. I tossed a little bit of pepper in here. You're going to want to put some more of your crushed tomatoes. There you go. And just continue to layer all your ingredients. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're getting ready to mix it. You just want to make sure if you don't kind of layer it in there, then it's hard to get everything distributed throughout the whole mix here. Put some more up here on top. A few more. And then just for kicks, I like to throw a little bit of extra onion in there. Go ahead and finish seasoning. We like pepper and our multi-spice. There we go. Then you're going to kind of mix this together a little bit. You can pause it anytime I'm going to. Okay, so after you can see that it's pretty well mixed up, you want to make sure it's all flattened out smooth. If you're freezing it, this is where you stop. If you're cooking it right now, you're going to want to get just a little bit and spread it out. Otherwise, it'll kind of dry out a little too quickly. There you go. Kind of like a meatloaf. Just a little bit. There you go. Now you're going to take this and put it in an oven at 350 for probably about 30-45 minutes, and then we'll come back and add our cheese. And 5 more minutes later, and you can see that most of the green is gone. We have this lovely caramely color. Everything is cooked down by a considerable amount. We are going to take this, add it to our final casserole pan. We've only got 2, one for now, one for later. We have our seasoning, and just like the first one, we're just going to add it together, mix it up, and get it ready. I'll show you our finished product here in just a moment. Alright, now, this one is your one for your freezer. As you can see, we've covered it entirely with the tomatoes, the crushed tomatoes. Now, this is ready for you to put a foil cover on it and get it ready for the freezer. I usually put a saran wrap on top and then add my foil as a double layer. Just remember to take your plastic wrap off before you cook it. Now when you come to cook it, you'll just take it out and you can put it right in the oven from frozen. It's fine. Just make sure you take the lid off about 20 to 30 minutes before you're ready to be eating it. Make sure you take it off then. Let it cook for like 10 or 15 minutes to dry out a little bit, and then add your cheese from there. Now, it should look like this once you've cooked it. Now we're going to go ahead and add our cheese on top. You put it in for a few more minutes, let the cheese melt, good to go. We like to dress it with just a little bit of something, make it look pretty, some pepper or whatever. So I will go ahead and coat this entirely. I coat it from edge to edge all the way. However much cheese you want, it's fine. Go for it. So we'll see you back when we have our cheese on. Alright guys, I had a few sausages left over. There's all my cheese on there. See, I completely cover it up. Finish this guy off. He's all ready. I'm going to throw the foil on him. Throw him in the oven on 350. We're going to throw him on there real quick, and then we'll be back in like 10 minutes when it's all melty and brown and bubbly and yummy. Alright guys, here you go. Cabbage casserole. Doesn't it look yummy? Now we really like this. We enjoy it. As you noticed, I didn't put any salt. I am diabetic. The cheese has enough salt, and so does the canned tomatoes. And the sausages, so I don't add salt. But there it is, and I'll go ahead and include a picture somewhere of the deliciousness. Bye. Okay guys, as you can see, we are a family of 5. So, we actually do 3 smaller pieces for the children, and then 2 pieces for the adults. So we just cut it in half, thirds on one side, half on the other. So we get 5 servings, okay, out of 1 piece. Now remember, we made 2 of these, one for now, one that went in our freezer for later. Together, they have 93 grams of carbs. I'll go ahead and put in the carb count, the breakdown, and everything at the end. Just go ahead and pause it. I'm going to get a shot for you guys of how awesome this is. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Cheesy and delicious. You've got big pieces of the sausage in there. We like the spicy one. Gives a little bit more flavor. Look, isn't that lovely? Now you can make it less carbs if you don't use the crushed tomatoes. Out of all the ingredients, the crushed tomatoes have the biggest carb count. So if you omit those, it'll be a drier casserole than what we have here. I don't know if you can see that goodness. Oh, look at that. Delicious. So you can make it even less carbs than what my tally will be at the end. So go ahead and check that out. And we hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Bye.
Bye.
What do you guys think of cabbage casserole?
Super good. Mm-hmm.
Is it one of your meals that you like?
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about it?
I like that it's really healthy. It's really good warmed up. And it's good.
Cheese and sausage.
What about you, Brie? So, as you see, it is kid approved, at least from my kids. I like it because it's easier on the blood sugar. I showed you guys your little set of carb counts there. So, go ahead and try cabbage casserole out on your family and see what you guys think.
Bye. Bye.